Hi everyone, today I'm going to do another make with the templates, and as you can see this is a layered 3-inch ribbon bow, and it's basically a take on the party pinch or sailor bow that's quite popular at the moment. So I'm going to show you how to make that on the templates. It's quite easy, quite quick, and again I've got my friend Siobhan's templates from Chevarella's that are available in the UK. It's a £10 set for 3 templates, but you get 6 sizes, and they're here, look. And I'm going to be using the big version, which is the largest one of the set of 3, and it's the 5.5 inches, 14 centimetres, and the other side you get 7 inches, and it's 17.5 centimetres. And we're going to be using it this way today. So, because no one wants to watch me for hours, I've got everything ready here. And same as before from the previous video we did that was similar, when I was measuring, because I don't measure anything on the templates whatsoever, I took my ribbon on my roll, I made sure both sides were at least ½ centimetre over the template, so when we wrap round in a second we've got enough to be able to stitch through the layers. And like I said, we're going to be able to put both pieces on the templates. So this is the 3-inch ribbon, and this is 1.5 spotted ribbon, and I have heat sealed all my ends like so, and I have also folded each end in half and done a little mark pinch so that I can guide them together on each piece. And I also have these clips, so what we do is line up your centres, put a clip here for a second, and we're going to put a clip that side, and I always do it so I've got one this end and one this way, and we repeat for a second piece, because like I said, the top bit is going to be for the tucks, the second piece is for the tails. And I always cut the tails to the same size, because my rule with tails is it's much easier to cut down because we can't take it apart and re-add length to the tails. So like I said, that's why I always start with a bit longer. Like I said, you can get away with about half of this if you want really short tails, or you could do a couple of inches less and not wrap the entire template. Like it's entirely up to you, but like I said, I always start with the 2 pieces exactly the same size. So we shall get our pieces, and I always turn them so that the colours completely blocked, like so. And I always line it so that my stitch gap is just within, it's just underneath it, so that when we're stitching we've still got space to put all of them in without having to struggle or slip things down. I like to put all my stitches in on the template before I move anything. So as you can see, we've gone just over our gap that side, and we'll check, and there you go, we've gone exactly the same amount over on that side. And move those 2 clips, and pop them either side to stop our ribbon slipping. What we want to do is exactly the same with this. What I like to do is I'm going to put a crease on the centre, because I do this one slightly different because this is the tails piece. Okay, so I crease that in the centre, place that there, and we're not going to completely wrap these round. What I do is I fold these out of the way, because we don't want to stitch through both layers on these, only the centre. Okay, so I clip the bottom layer like this, so we're only stitching through there and through here, rather than, like I said, 2 layers like that. But if you wanted to do a double tucks layered, you can literally do both exactly the same and put these stitches in and it will work. So like I said, that's the other fun thing about the templates. The more you play with them, the more styles you will learn accidentally, and the more options that you'll have available for yourselves as you're going along. So we start from here. I'll just make sure I've got my centre. So I'm using my guide. We want to do our first one in from above. One, two. We want to do a 6 on each one. So that's 1, 2, 3. And try and keep them even. 4, 5, and the last one, 6. So like I said, in, 1, 2, out, and then we're going to go over with this, because again it would be from above for the first stitch. We want to be making sure we're catching all 4, or all 2 of those layers there, and all 4 when we get to this bit. So there's your first from above, 1, sorry, it's easier when you're not showing people, 2, 3. Oh, I can you see there? I missed that dotted layer there, so I've just made sure and got that. And if that ever happens, lift like that and give it a little, and it'll straighten out your thread. So in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6. I will say now on this one, I don't think my placement on those last 2 stitches is excellent, but for the purposes of this tutorial it'll be okay. When you're doing it, try and make them more even like the bottom one. Like I said, it will help overall. As you can see, I should have done that a little bit further up and done it that way. But like I said, what you do once you've got all your stitches in, like I said, in, 1, 2, over, 1, 2, out, and the back you'll have 1, 2, 3, and you'll also be able to see when you take it off, you'll be able to see the 3 on that one. So take our clips out of the way like that, and then we can slip that off the template like so. And as I said, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. As you can see, they're much more even than that one. Okay, so you want to pull everything together. We should have 3 creases on both pieces. So there you go. There's your 3 on that one. Like I said, that's because I didn't make it very even, and it's much better pinched on the bottom one. So pull them together like so, and then we wrap round. Just going to even that up with them pinches. There we go. And like I said, when you're doing it, like I said, the more balanced you are, the nicer your bows will look in the end. And I'll show you this one compared to the other one. Like I said, it will still look cute. It will just look better if you do the more even stitches. So stitch off in the back as normal, and then we'll fluff it up in a minute and I'll show you how to sort of make it look a little bit prettier. Okay, let's cut it off. So there's your bow as it stands at the moment. And what I'm going to do is what I like to make sure that they're sitting in the same place, so that they're both, the creases are lined up here and not like sat behind, because like I said, that makes the bow look a bit limp and flat. So there you go. It's still turned out okay, but as you can see, the back, it's sitting further back than it should because of how deep I did that stitch. But like I said, it's always good for you to know things like that, so you can learn from my mistakes. And what I do with the tails, once they're in place, to cut them both evenly, I line everything up like so, because we know they're the same length, look. And then I cut at a curve, like so. So all together, all 4 pieces. And there is your tails, and all we need to do now is heat sew them. Like I said, if you wanted them a bit shorter, you'd just cut a bit further up. If you wanted to add your spikes in, like I said, you just cut your V shape and do your spikes instead. Like I said, you can do lots of different options. You can do them flat, you can do them curved. Like I said, got a lot of different styles that you can do just by learning how to do this shape. Well, basically adding tails to a tux bow gives you lots of options. Lots and lots of options. So that's how simple and quick it is. And I'll show you the other one just so you can see the difference in that stitch placement and see how much it looks. And I'm going to add a bobble to this one, which I already have here. It's all organised today. Add your bobble, and we'll wrap until you get this, as you can see, and I'll show you. So this is the back of the one where I've done the stitch too deep, and this is the one where it's balanced, and you can see the difference. But again, like I said, the best thing about templates, as you can see, they're the same size. They will always be the same size if you're using templates every time. And like I said, you can do the exact same thing without wrapping your layer. And like I said, you've got a single layer sailor bow or tux bow with tails, however you prefer to think of it, and that's made on a template. So thank you for watching, I do appreciate it. Like I said, there's also the channel under the same name if you need any further help or anything like that, or want to ask me any questions or show me your makes from the tutorials. And like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!